Okay, how's everybody doing? So, this particular episode might seem a little off topic in terms of what I've normally been doing lately, but I want to talk about a subject that you don't hear a lot of talk of on social media or YouTube, in this case, about model building. Now, most of you may or may not know, like, I've built model kits ever since I was a kid, just like everybody else does in the modeling culture. I had the good fortune of having a long, rich career that I had made sacrifices for to go into, movie model making. And then I had some opportunities to do work in museums, etc. So I have a lot of models under my belt. I have, I don't know, maybe 1,000 kits, like over 50 years or whatever. Right from the 60s and 70s, from, Tamiya, Monogram, Revell, etc. Just kit after kit I built when I was a kid. But, I went into scratch building for more reasons than one, and it was presented a challenge at first, and I loved it. I just loved it, and I still do, and I still do it mostly. But, I think every once in a while, it's good to go back to just a straight out-of-the-box build kit. In this case, it's a 1/700 scale hood, 1931. But I want to talk about just a little bit, for a few minutes anyway, about model building psychology or philosophy. Like, when you've been in this particular hobby for a long time, like I've entered shows like in the 90s, I don't want to boast of my accolades, but I have the best of shows, best of categories, etc., historical models, dioramas, etc. already. And so I'm past that in terms of getting over that initial, goal, I guess. Because in the long run, it doesn't really matter, because everybody has their own style, their own journey, their own experience. And I would have to say that I have never seen so many superb off-the-charts models of every subject: tanks, cars, planes, automobiles, ships, like on social media, most notably YouTube, that are just stunning. And what a time to live, as a model builder, as a hobbyist, or whatever, professional, amateur, whatever you want to call yourself. There's never been a better time. And I love it. Like, I love a good model every now and again. And even though I've had a career that would probably never even look back at something like this, I've always collected model kits because I just love them. And I have model kits of all subject matter, from, armor, ships, science fiction, just good kits that I think are really good that one day I might want to build. Now, this was a kit that I decided to build just to revisit the hobby again, because I've been out of the game for a long time. And sometimes you can take things for granted, like in my case, where you think, that's just a kit, right? No big deal. Well, they can be. So I just want to share quickly my experience with this kit, maybe some of the thoughts that you might be able to relate to. Like, when I decided to do this a few weeks ago, it took me about a week of a few hours each evening to put together. It's not finished yet. I'm probably going to finish this off with some oil washes. I got to put all the final detail parts, the mastheads, and a little bit of maybe oil transparent wash weathering. But when you've been out of it for a while, it takes a while to get back into it. Like model building kits, I mean, because there's a lot to them, and it is an art form for many. And there's some really cool techniques out there. But sometimes you just have to build a model out of the box with a carefree approach. You can reach burnout stages. You can reach hurdles and blocks in your modeling pilgrimage that might take all the joy out of it for you. And I think a good remedy is to forget everything else, put everything else aside, and get a simple kit, whatever the subject is, and just build it straight from the box. No photo etch, no super detailing. Okay? Just build it like when you were a kid again, and just paint it and have fun and make mistakes. Like I did on this model. I didn't clear coat it. I put tape on it. It peeled the paint off and on spots, and, just throwing muddy washes on it. Decided that I wouldn't paint this the way I would normally do it. Decided to use, like, in this case, Vallejo washes just to build up colors in layers, so they have a desaturated look to them. I have a full coverage on it. I don't know if anybody wants to see the video. If, you know, maybe mention down below in the comments if you do, because I did cover most of it. And it's really, this is just a really silly back to infancy type approach, carefree experience. And I'm telling you right now, I had so much fun. I'm in the second week now. I've never had so much fun building a model in a long, long time. There's no agenda, there's no task, there's no deadline. I just threw all caution to the wind. So I just want to share that with you. Like if you're feeling, you know, the pressure, if you're not feeling it, try a straight out of the box build of whatever subject, a cheap kit, whatever. Don't build your top of the line Tamiya waiting in the queue. And just have fun. Don't worry about it. You know, just make mistakes, have fun, and watch how it most likely will rejuvenate or take you into another sort of philosophical or psychological phase, or help you overcome a hurdle that's been blocking you or frustrating you. And you'll find that it'll reinvigorate. It'll get the juices flowing again. And just trust it. Try it, trust it. Try a straight from the box build, carefree paint, whatever, and have fun. And you might be surprised at what it will do for your modeling pilgrimage at this stage of the game. Okay? Cheers and happy modeling.
Yeah, I was afraid of that.